Hi guys, my name is John Temba Mbuka. I'm the band leader of Calabash Band.
My name is Al Manassi Gronberg. I'm the lead singer of the Calabash Band. I've been in the band since the late 90s. The band was started by Marehemu Tony Njomo. We started at Andrew Crawford. So we started with John Mbuka, Tony Njomo, my sister Mercy Myra, then Dana joined, and then after that we had our first drummer was Fostao, and then we had a guitarist from Congo called Ralph, and then we had a keyboard player called Melvin, and then Melvin was also with one of our co-founders, Edwin Wariwa, and then over the years we left Sound and Pictures and we became independent, and we bought our own equipment. And then that was around the time things were actually good, but we were all very young, and it was more of a passion and a hobby. But then it became more serious. We found out we could actually make a living doing this job. And 12, 13 years down the road, we've had a lot of members coming and going. We had David on the guitar. We had a guy called Desiree. He also played the guitar, but now he's in France. And then we had some of the posthumous members of the band were Tony, and then there was Fostao, he passed on, Ralph passed on, and then there was just mishaps and stuff. And then we also had some members who joined the band through other channels, people like Wendy Kimani, who joined the band, but she had already been in Tusker Project Fame. Same thing as Linda Budama. And then we have David, then we have Tim, he's also the guitar on and off. And then we have Victoria, Dana, as you all know her. Well, she's still in the band, but she's on and off, part-time. And then Johnny's full-time. Then we have Benson right now. And there's a whole bunch of people. Calabash is not just, it's not 6 people. It's like a clan, we're many.
Calabash started way back, in 1994. We started the Calabash Band. Actually, when I joined, I found out, Eddie was there. Eddie used to be a keyboard player. And it was in 1994. We were pretty young, so we are little. I mean, music was like a hobby to us by then. So, it was long time ago. And and the members are, we had one member who passed away. His name is Tony Njomo.
So almost every other guitarist, keyboard player, drummer, vocalist has been with or through Calabash or jammed with us. So it's like a movement. It's not a band. Calabash is a movement, and it's a feeling. Because our music, it is music, but we do cover songs, but we take the cover songs and we change them into something we want or what the crowd wants. So we'll do a Western song, but with an African beat, and vice versa, an African song with a Western beat. And it's when you see our performances, you can think it's not taken seriously because we're always joking around and talking during the performance. But it's all it's like a well-oiled machine where everyone knows their place and their timing in the beats, and you have to read the crowd.
Benson, I'm with the Calabash Band here. We do live music for events such as weddings, corporate events, parties, all kinds of events. We provide live music featuring all kinds of genres around the globe, from rock music, soul music, and African music, any kind of music.
How did you come to join this wonderful band, Mr. Benson?
This wonderful band, I knew them from a long time ago. I used to be a fan. Now I'm part of them through my friend Johnny. We do corporate events. So if you have an end year party for your staff party, we do weddings, birthday parties, even clubs, any kind of event. We'll be there. Just call us, we'll be there.
And then another thing about Calabash is we don't identify as a certain kind of band. We're just a band. Because like everyone in the band comes with their own strengths. Whereas in like, you have some people like are more strong like on the rock, country side of kind of music. And then you have some of the female artists, they do African. Then you have like the guitarist like Tim. Tim does a lot of like the coastal and bongo stuff. And then, but predominantly we cover like jazz, R&B, soul, reggae, a little bit of salsa, kind of African, but we don't like to identify as an African band because there are other guys who, with all due respect, probably do it better than us, so there's no point in competing with that stuff. Like we always put our best foot forward, so like our strength is like the songs that we totally nail, and that's what we show the people. But every now and then, like when people hire us, you'll find some people will want like some gospel and stuff. And funny enough, by the way, most of the band members originated like from a church. Like Dana, Mercy, Johnny, they came like from church. And I was a bit of church, but mine was mainly like school choirs. So like I've been to like the Kenya Music Festival, I've been to the finals I think 3 times. I know it's not exactly the kind of music we sing, but as a vocalist, it's good to like broaden your horizons where I can do like la 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 la, or I can do like samina mina and all that stuff. And then, so like, okay, personally my strength is I sing a wide range of octaves. I can go really high and I can go kind of low. And then by my upbringing, sometimes when I sing and when I talk to people, they don't believe that I'm Kenyan. But I really am Kenyan. Toka hapa, lakini kuna venye nili grow up places zingine. And then I have a lot of Western influence. That's why I talk like this. And sometimes when they're like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from Yala. I'm like, which Yala? Is there a Yala in Atlanta? I'm like, not that I know of, but it could be. So anyway, we're celebrating almost 14, 15 years with the band. And we have many people who have come and many people who have gone, and we've had many influences, and we've been to places like Rwanda, Dubai and all that nonsense, Tanzania, Uganda. But traveling within Kenya is my favorite. I love like right now we're in Naivasha, which is awesome. It's beautiful and it's not that far, so the commute is kind of good. Mombasa is cool too. We do the Amboseli, the Masai Maras, and sometimes we do like weird gigs. Like one time we went to Eldoret. I don't even understand why we were there in the first place. And then like we cover very varied events. So predominantly we do gigs, like session gigs. But like today we're doing someone's birthday party, and then we also do a lot of weddings. Funny enough, we've done some funerals, which it's kind of weird because like I'm going there, I'm saying sorry, but I'm going to take your money, then I'm going to sing for you. But it's one of those things. And then, but some of them are like, we played for some people who passed on and they liked the band. So like their families told us they would like us to send them off with a couple of songs. So that's kind of uplifting. And then with the band demographic, we don't sometimes identify as colleagues, but predominantly we consider each other family. Like I could wake up today and I decide I don't want to go home. So I'll just go spend the time at Dana's house or Johnny's house, and I won't even ask them. And same thing, they would come to my house, they won't even ask me. They was like, it's a family affair, and that's why we've lasted long. Because yeah, it is for the money, but sometimes at the end of the day, we have this saying like in Calabash, tukikula tunakula pamoja, na tukisota tunasota pamoja. You know, it's a family thing. Yani, tukiendelea. And then like funny enough, like my son is 17 now. He plays the guitar and the keyboard, and it's not beyond my view to believe that in the next couple of years he could join the band and take over the reins, and me being the old man, I can just sit back and like take that money and enjoy the benefits. But at the end of the day, I'd like to see Calabash transcend to where our children are the ones who take over. I've seen that with some of the bands that I look up to, like Mombasa Roots and Safari Sound. They're way older than us, and right now, some of them, their children have taken over the mantle. And it's quite a beautiful thing to see. So I'm hoping that Calabash can be like that. And Calabash, like, we're not, okay, we are popular, but we're not popular. So like, amongst musicians, all of them, they know us. And many Kenyans know us, but we're not like videos every other day doing those funny Mikono Jew concerts. We do like serious. If you want a Oktoberfest, we'll give you that, you know. If you want a Rumba Fest, we'll give it to you. Reggae, we'll give it to you. But we're not about the spotlight. We're about the entertainment. So like when we get a client, for me, I feel very fulfilled. Like when I go for a gig, and like 2 days later, like the customer will call me and say, "Hey, boss, you did this for me and amazing." And another cool thing is it happened actually, I think 4 or 5 occasions where we have clients who have been coming for our gigs. Like there's one couple, they used to come for our gigs, and they were not a couple by then. But then they met each other in one of our gigs. So their thing was, where is Calabash performing? Let's meet there. Then they ended up dating, and then they got married, and we played in their wedding. And so like, and then they come even after the wedding, they have like 2 kids now. And like the husband would look at me and say, like, "Oh, this is your fault. You know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be with this woman, but I'm happy, so thank you." And it's happened with several people where like, they met us, and there are some clients, like we've grown up together. So they started seeing us, and then they were with us. And then even now that we're all like going Grey Kidogo, we have teenagers, and we grew up together. So like many of our fans, I don't call them fans, I just call them my friends. You know, there are many people who like they've been with us for so long, like I can't believe it. Like, oh, like when I joined the band, you were there, you had hair and I didn't have hair, and then now I have long hair and you don't have hair, but we're all together. So like it's a beautiful ride, and I'm 47, so inshallah, I want to be here talking to you when I'm 67, saying I'm either still in the band or I'm in the industry to some point of view. And the other thing I'd like to point out is, and I'm doing that with my son personally, so I'm not just talking. Like many young people, they say they know music, and many people don't know music. You know, they download and it's just TikTok nonsense. But like I encourage my son to listen to old music. You know, Bee Gees, Earth, Wind and Fire, Osibisa, you know, Nyanka Bell, Mbilia Bell, those people. So they understand where real music came from and where they're going. So my son, when he plays music, he plays the guitar and he plays old music. He doesn't know who Cardi B is, you know, but he knows who like Dolly Parton is, and like Diana Ross, Whitney Houston. So like my 2 cents for musicians is this music today, it's all about instant gratification, because like one guy will he'll drop, that's what they call it, drop an album, drop a hit, and it will hit for a month or 2. 6 months down the road, you don't know who that person was or what that song was, because it's chewing gum, just comes and goes. But if you focus on the old stuff, because as I'm speaking to you right now, people my age and older, if I tell you Hotel California, you instantly understand what I'm talking about, because like that's music that they didn't sit in a studio and record like for 1 hour or 2 hours. These guys did one song in 6 months, one song, so that the end product comes out and you know there's nothing more you can do to it. And that's the same logics we do with Calabash. We try to improve, but we patient ourselves, and we are grateful for everything. And yeah, vive Calabash, man.
Describe Johnny, describe Dana, describe Mercy.
Okay.
Some of your colors, describe them in person.
Okay, so personalities, that's a good thing about Calabash. Our personalities also go with our dressing. So yeah, Johnny, he'll explain to you, but we call Johnny Baba Taifa. Many children. So Johnny has this, he looks like some guy you'd find like in Muthaiga playing golf. He's rocking that 1-pack, big stomach. But he's a predominantly family man. And then like me, he likes his drink. Although he's very undisciplined with his drinking, because he hasn't chosen one. Leo ni Tusker, kesho ni Pilsner, kesho kutwa White Cup. The other day ni Vodo. Like Anna Njia. Like with me, I'm a White Cup Casca guy, and then Ikizisa gin, I'm a Vodo. And then you have Dana, Victoria. She drinks Amarula and wine. And then she's the one with the Dana and Tim, our guitarists, are the ones with the most fashion sense. Like Dana makes sure she dresses proper. And then Tim dresses up like you think he's from America. He's like a metro. So we call him Timmy from Lagos. And then Johnny, he's a bit conservative, so he's practical dressing, you know, shirt, shoes, trouser, nothing flashy. But another thing about Johnny is we counted na tumeshindwa. Johnny owns at least 300 hats. Kila siku ni kofia ingine. So we lost count. All of them, caps, fedoras, you name it. And then with me, I'm predominantly, I do like this, I do grunge. Like all that stuff. And funny enough, I'm the only one in the band with tattoos. But yeah, you see, I got one here. So yeah, but then I have piercings. Johnny has piercings. Okay, Dana obviously has piercings. Dana used to have dreadlocks. She cut hers. Johnny has dreadlocks. Johnny, on another hand, Johnny is the most annoying band member because his brain works funny. Like he will listen to a song one time and play the whole song. And then he's the only guy in the band. He plays every instrument in the band. I just sing and then I play the drums and terrible keyboards. Dana does guitar. Timmy is an exceptional guitarist. And then we have Benso. Benso dresses up like you're can you imagine a Kenyan golfer? Yeah, he looks like a guy you will find in Muthaiga. Yeah, and then he has that laughing with his shoulder. He's like one of those guys. So he's also a very good singer. And then between him and Tim, they really helped me because, as I said, I do speak Swahili, but sometimes when I speak Swahili, people think like, you're not Kenyan, kabisa wewe, you're lying. But then with them, their repertoire is really well covered, like in the Swahili songs. Dana does a lot of that also. And then Wendy used to be in the band and Linda, and then they used to do like the big diva songs, the Adeles and the stuff like that. And then we also do reggae because, ironically, I don't even like reggae, but I have to sing reggae because I have Rasta. But yeah, it's a band and we do what we do. Yeah.
Tell me about the two guys that have passed on. Tell me about Edu first, he's not passed on, and also tell me about Boaz, and also tell me about Marehemu Tony.
Yeah. Okay, so no, Eddie is still with us. He just, but yeah, he's persona non grata because he chose a different path. It's so weird. He went back to the church, so he has a ministry, Eddie. And then Boaz, I lost track with him, but he moved back to Kisumu. He is doing well, but I haven't heard from him. And then Tony was actually one of the original founders of the band. And he was not half. His mother was half Indian, half Kenyan, and his biological father was Irish. So if you want to look that up, they are called, if you have like more than two races in you, you're called a Quindon. Tony was that. So Tony was good, and it's one of those sad stories because when he left the band, he had a problem with drinking and stuff. And then one of those jokes that God has, he cleaned himself up, he got a nice job and he stopped drinking. And one day, I forget which year, but I know the day because he died on the 31st of December a couple of years ago. And he got into a car accident and it was just terrible, like horrible. And then the other guy who died was Ralph. Ralph was Congolese. And it was a bad time in Kenya. Okay, it's still not good now, but those days, like, cops would arrest you for anything. And if you're a foreigner, God help you. And that's what happened to Ralph. And those are the days before mobile phones, yeah. So he just one day didn't come to work and we didn't know where Ralph was. and he had moved to a new place, so we didn't know where he lived. And then we found out like he just didn't come for the gigs, and we kept asking people, have you seen Ralph? Have you seen Ralph? But Ralph was nowhere to be found, and found out he was in jail, and he passed away in jail. Then we have Fostal. He was also a Congolese, but he was the weird Congolese. Like, I think he was born and raised in Kenya. Like, you looked at him, you thought this guy is definitely Kiambu, like proper Kenyan. He was, I don't know, he just died of a short illness one day. Like, we always seem to happen in Africa. Like, one day you're good, next day you're coughing, next day you're gone.
Finally, what does Calabash do? And can you make your own advertisement telling people what you do, and especially today, what Calabash is going to do here behind you?
Okay, so Calabash, okay, we're a band. But then we don't just sing. You know, our performance is like, it's a show. Because like we interact with the crowd, and we're one of the few bands in Nairobi where we are very open. So if you feel like you have some talent, you want to sing, or you have your guitar or whatever, in most of our gigs, like in the club gigs, you're more than welcome. We're the ones who actually started the open mic concept, where it's a band, but we have a host, and people have a list of songs you can choose, or you can come and jam with the band. And as our music goes, as I said, we all encourage each other individually to push ourselves. So like Dana pushes herself to do like the Adele, the Whitney Houstons and stuff like that. And then with me, I'm pushed to do like the Nickelback, Nirvana, Hotel California, the R&B, and definitely the reggae songs. Then you have like Benson, he does also the Lionel Richies and the African songs. Timmy, he does like the bongo flavor. So like in a Calabash performance, no matter where you are from the world, we got you covered, because like we know something. And then the best thing is like in our band, most of us are either from different religions, different sects, different parts of the country, different parts of the world. So like we have even foreigners as well with the band. So like we do that, like we cover everything. Last year we did a Chinese gig, and one of the girls did a couple of Chinese songs, which I was impressed even. I didn't know she could do that. But anyway, with Calabash we do that, and then so we cover weddings, we do anniversaries, corporate events, regular performances. We even done a couple of funerals. So yeah, and then like today we're doing there's somebody turning 40, and apparently she's a fan of the band, and she's like, hey, let me set my 40s off with the Calabash band. So whoever you are, wherever you are, and we don't care about your sexuality, that doesn't factor with us. There are gay, straight, short, tall, Islamic, Palestinian, Hindu. Calabash is Calabash, and we are one. And that's our thing, Calabash, we are one, because it's one planet. So blessings, and if you ever get a chance to come see Calabash band, come. We have some jokes and sing some songs and have fun. Yeah, music.
Calabash started like way back, like in 1994. We started the Calabash band. Actually, when I joined, I found out, Eddie was there. Eddie used to be a keyboard player. And yeah, it was in 1994. We were pretty young, so we were little. I mean, music was like a hobby to us by then. So, I mean, it was long time ago. And yeah, and the members are, we had one member who passed away. His name is Tony Njomo. Wow. We do like, we do corporates, we do birthdays, we do basically anything entertainment. You can call us for your gigs. I mean, we are there. That's our work, what we do normally, yeah. Wow, Al is somebody who will tell you off at any time. Huh? Ajali your feelings, but deep down he's a caring guy, he's a good guy. I mean, he's a family guy, and I love Al. I mean, he's been with me all this time, and wow, yeah. He's like one of the pillars in Calabash band.
Benso?
Wow, Benso is another guy. I mean, alikuja to from nowhere, and then we clicked, and then from there it was like tumekuwa na watu wengi wamekuwa wanakuja kwa band wanapitia. It's like band Calabash imesaidia watu, but in all this, I know kila mtu ana mambo yake ya kufanya, but still, I mean, Calabash imesaidia watu wengi sana as baseline ya kwenda to the next level. So it doesn't matter what you say about Calabash, it's a family thing. You have to know that. You have to understand it's a family thing and we are there for each other. And like I said, watu wengi wamekuja, but I mean, kuna wale watu tu wametuacha tu hivi. It's like Calabash hatuna future, hatuna nini. But let me tell you, surprisingly, Calabash will never die. Calabash will be stronger than you think. And I mean, we're still burning the fire. Yep. So, I mean, Eddie's Calabash. Right now, all I know, wale vigogo wa Calabash is Eddie, me, Al, Benso. The rest ni history. Sorry to say that because, I mean, wow, guys, so you can contact us through my number, 0723 807 10, Gmail, ambuka15@gmail.com. I mean, yeah, you can get us. Also, we have our website there. Go and click at Calabash Band Kenya. You'll find our work over there.